We're back, right? I mean, winter's dwindling, but it's not. It's not gone. It's not gone. I mean, it's not as like it's on its way out, but it's dragging its sweet ass. I got some damage on the foot on this. I don't know how that happened. I just took it out of the cello and I didn't drop it. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, sometimes you don't know until you take it out of the cellophane. This thing is aged. We got um, a dark cello on this. I don't know if you can see that. Does that matter? A little funk. Yeah, it's got a little funk on it, baby. Yeah. Ooh. Ecuadorian Habano wrapper. Okay. Ecuadorian grown, Cuban seed. It's kind of dark. I've seen lighter Ecuadorian Habanos, and so is the LB1. That's the lot code. That's got time on it. This came out about 4 or 5 years ago. There you go, another Rocky Patel, but we reviewed this not in this size, I don't think, in a long time ago. So, like I said, I was at a shop, I don't know, over a week ago, and they had this in a size I haven't had, and it was aged. It was a yellow cellophane, so I figured the dual combination, and they had it for a really solid price, $7 Pennsylvania. So fuck it, let's check it out. Not just so. This is just two point review in a sense, not just reviewing the cigar, but how these things aged. Whenever I get the situation where I see yellow cellophane, it's not going to take 6 months for that to happen. So generally not a year, generally a lot more than a year, 2, 3 years easy. So at least I'm not saying exactly 2 years or 4 years on it, but it's more than a year. So it could be 2 years or more. So in a way, it's just kind of a good guideline to see does this thing age out fast? Does it still have some potency? Um, is it enjoyable still, etc.? It's not like if you age a cigar for 2 years in your humidor, or it was aged by someone else. If the cigar was already a piece of shit, it's not gonna make it not a piece of shit. What if a cigar sucks by giving it 2 years? It's probably gonna suck a little less though. What I mean by that is because if a cigar sucks, if a cigar has terrible flavor, by aging it, it's going to weaken it. Now, some cigars weaken faster than others. The point is, though, the weaker you make a shitty cigar, the less you'll taste it, and therefore be a little less shitty. That's a fact. However, aging a cigar is not going to affect the construction. If it's not going to, if it's plugged, it's plugged. So there you go. Some blends for me, like Padron 26 Maduro and 64 Maduro, I wouldn't give more than a year. I think from my preference, they're ready to go from the factory, and I would smoke Padron cigars right off the factory line. That's my opinion on that. I do have my cutter here. It's not raining tonight, thank God. Last night it was raining. Well, yeah, vaping is. Cigarettes are shit. Vaping, there's all different kinds of vape, but you're smoking shit through plastic. Not a good idea. And a lot of Chinese chemicals. But hey, it is what it is. I can't really vouch for vaping. Not really. But it is what it is. Not AI. But this is a cigar show. Wow, it's actually kind of chilly out tonight. I really thought that the warmer weather was coming. We're like at the end of the first week of March. Son of a bitch. Damn. Damn, that's not cool, man. So the rest of it, Ecuador Habano wrapper. The rest of it, mostly Nicaraguan and some Honduran, I think, in the filler. Who cares, right? It's just going to be just another usual Rocky, generally medium full, okay blends, but like he just makes a lot of blends and not a lot of great blends, but then not a lot of them are not shit. But you're like, all right, I always say Rocky's draw always good. The draw is always very nice. Yeah, I do have some damage on this foot from the cellophane. I couldn't tell that when I bought it. Damn. Oh, I'm lit. 6 by 44. It is a full size Corona. I think the size 6 by 44 is solid. Actually, no, I think it's 6 by 46. I got some loose tobacco on my tongue, and that's pissing me off. PG. You guys have had that years ago. I can't recall it though. That's one of those. That's one of those situations I had one and done. Hi, how are you? How much for you smoke? How much for my smoke? This one's mine. That's it. We're starting off at a solid medium plus, and it's feeling like a vibe that it might pick up. I could definitely pick up the Habano vibe, although it's not the most Habano type of cigar I ever had. It definitely kind of has that going for it. I'm hoping that it's going to offer something more than just a classical Habano experience. Nothing wrong with that, but it's kind of like, if you're a brand, if you're gonna make through the three classical cigars, a classical Connecticut, a classical Sun Grown, and a classical Habano. What do I mean by that? Blends that people expect, that people know what those taste like. Those are fine to have as a core line. Like maybe every brand could have a core line where you're like, hey, look, these are reputable um, blends, quality, and they're not going to be surprises. So for nights you don't want a surprise, but you want a regular Connecticut, nothing tweaked or funky, just straight Connecticut, straight Habano and straight Maduro. You know, um, like that kind of situation. I can respect that. But once you get past that and you start making like 500 blends like Rocky, unless this was listed as the Rocky Patel Habano, like once you start going, oh, we have this cigar, we have this cigar, and you're like, so if this is just going to be a traditional Habano, that's where I'm going to get pissed off because you have so many blends and this is not listed as the Rocky Patel Habano. What do you give me different? Wow, this guy's a cop and working for a health insurance company. PG, PG. You, next time I shouldn't have to tell you, PG. Come on. The guy was a fucking cop. The guy was a health insurance police officer. I can't have that shit in my lounge. I wish there wasn't damage to my foot. That's not the cigar's fault. Normally, that's not how rock cocktails come from the factory. So somebody must have dropped this. At least it's not cracked up the whole thing. How about medium full right there? Well, I'll tell you what. The cigar's got some balls. Now remember, this isn't a skinny size though. It's going to be the most potent. The skinnier you make a cigar, the smoke. Okay, you never taste tobacco unless you're going to chew on tobacco, which is bullshit. You don't taste tobacco when you smoke a cigar. You're smoking a cigar. What are you tasting? The smoke. How do you get the smoke? You're not tasting the smoke off of here. It's got to go through the cigar. So does the pathway, the length of the cigar matter? Yeah. As you smoke it, the length keeps getting shorter. Therefore, less time, less distance, hits you faster, less resistance as it travels through all the filler and the binder wrapped around that filler. The longer distance it has, the less of it you're going to get because some of it's going to be absorbed by the filler and binder. Hands down, it's going to be lost. And the fatter you go, more loss, and also the more room smoke has, the less condensed it is. So I can't stress it enough. The shorter and skinnier you go with a cigar, the more intense it's going to appear. I understand with a larger cigar, you're getting more tobacco, but that's not where the flavor is. The flavor is in the smoke. And the cigar is not just the cigar. The cigar is also the delivery device. Here I have water. If somebody said, give me water, I'm not fucking drinking this bottle. I'm drinking what's in the bottle. The bottle will still be here when I'm done. The cigar is not going to be here when I'm done. Why? The cigar is self-sacrificing. The cigar is the delivery device. You understand that? The cigar is the delivery device. The cigar actually brings the smoke to you. And the shape, the distance, the construction, the type of tobacco, everything else, the humidity in the cigar, all these things are a factor. How fast you smoke it, what you're using the light. And the reason why I prefer matches is you're not going to overcook with a match. I'm not against torch lighters, especially for high wind areas or backup. But what I'm trying to tell people is with the torch lighters, it's very easy to overcook your cigar. PG, what are you busting my fucking balls for? I'm not just talking about you. There might be newbies watching the show. Do you understand this is a cigar channel? A lot of people learn stuff from the channel, but I gotta also act like this might be the first time they're watching this show. I don't just make car jokes and talk about BBWs and trans. I also try to give out cigar information. PG, why are you fucking with me right now, man? What are you, Kendrick Lamar? You're trying to treat me like Drake? Huh? You fucking with Drake? You should fuck with Drake. Fucking say Drake. I hear you like him. Mustang. But yeah, don't apologize, man. I respect the hustle. I respect the hustle. Dude, it got cold tonight. It's fucking bullshit. It got windy. I'm done with this shit. It's March. Come on. Come on. Come on, Evan. Come on, CB. Come on, Caleb. Is this a bad cigar? No. Is this a great cigar? No. It's not a great cigar. Is it just good? No, I think it's better than just good. I'm not going to shit on the cigar. I'm going to be honest. But I hate to say it, guys. It's kind of like, in this size, it's kind of like a strong Habano. And when this came out, how many years is Rocky Patel making cigars? So it's like, if you're going to keep on making new blends, give me a new fucking blend. I've been around long enough to know, for example, you go to a company and they have like 3 blends. We make a Connecticut, a Habano, and a Maduro. And like, if it's a very safe vibe, you're like, all right, they're just giving the people kind of like, the usual standards, what to expect, you know. Um, and then there are companies that don't even do that. Like companies like Blackwork Studios were like, yo, Blackwork Studios gets some, not like super crazy, but Blackwork Studios, all in all, most of their cigars are like, it's like tweaked. It's like, oh shit, oh, what is this? It's like, and all their cigars have like, crazy name like Killer Bee. But like when you have them, you're like, all right, man, this is kind of different. This is kind of unique. And whether you love or hate that brand, you got to respect that they make some unique blends across the board. Well, that's the Black Label Trading. Same thing. You have Black Label Trading and Blackwork Studios. They're both connected, I believe. So, anyways, though, leave it to Rocky to just slap a new band on something. And you're like, yeah, Oh, so it's a regular Habano blend? Nothing wrong with that. But it's a classical Habano blend that we've had 100 million fucking times from every possible brand. Oh no, no, this was this LB1. It's LB1. And I'm not even mad at this cigar. It's not even a bad cigar. But when you're a big brand like Rocky and you have so many blends and you come up with gimmicks like this should have been just called Rocky Patel Habano. And I would have been like, okay, it's a basic Habano. I don't know why at this point you're making a basic Habano. How long you been around? How many cigars have you made? And now you're making a basic Habano? No, this is the LB1. You get what I'm trying to say? That's my issue with it. As a cigar reviewer, I see patterns. So if this was a new brand, like okay, the PG Habano. All right, hey, you made a solid Habano. Nothing wrong with that. It's a nice coffee note, some black pepper, kind of earthy, a little twangy sourdough, but I'm sure it's going to pick up in strength. It's medium full right now, but nothing to write home. There's nothing unique about this. If you had anyone's generic Habano across the board, I don't give a shit. You name a brand, and if they have a basic bitch Habano, then you've had this cigar before. So I get it. I'm not saying Habano was a staple. You have Connecticut's and Habanos and Maduros, and obviously Connecticut shades or Ecuador, whatever. Some kind of shade wrapper is the number one seller by volume. By volume. I'm not saying, oh, I'm an expert smoker. I don't smoke Connecticut shade. I never said that, but by volume, okay. For example, by volume, everyone goes to kindergarten. Not everyone graduates, so everyone's had a Connecticut shade. So by volume, people smoke more Connecticut shades than everything. So I don't know what he's trying to do with this cigar, besides make a as a basic it's a basic bitch Habano. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it should have been called Rocky Patel Habano. Rocky Patel Classic Habano. I would have been like, oh, I know exactly what this is. A classic Havana vibe. Nothing wrong with that. Well, what's LB1? Oh, this thing's unique. Really? Oh, it's really unique. Hey, did you ever have like a classic Habano made by like everyone else in the past? Yeah. Well, this is a new cigar that's just like that. It's not a new cigar then. Then what the fuck? Exactly, PG. Basic bitch Connecticut, basic bitch Habano, basic bitch Maduro. And don't forget about BBO, basic bitch Oscuro. And then don't forget about BBBP, basic bitch Barber Pole. PG, I like your fucking vibe tonight. You got the balls of a fucking gorilla tonight. PG's on fucking fire. If Gio was here tonight, he'd run from PG. Fucking terrified. PG's fucking clapping cheeks right now. PG's just he's fucking crazy, man. Respect. And I'm gonna drop that ash because with that damage, I don't like the way this ash is going. One more puff. Yeah. So look, not a bad cigar at all. Okay. I don't just shit on Rocky Patel. And that's not saying like in a weird, kinky way. I don't I'm talking about both. So I wish this was a great cigar. It's not. It's not a bad cigar either, though. It's a basic bitch Habano. And there's nothing wrong with classical Habano lines, which is called the RPH, the Iraqi Patel Habano. And I would have been, oh, it's a classic Habano vibe, an homage to the past. You know what to expect. It's like when someone says, oh, we're going to watch a chick flick tonight. You know what a chick flick means. What happens? Random guy, random girl, they fall in love, have a one night stand, but somehow there's some kind of unique situation that it doesn't work out, and then they fall in love, but then it doesn't work out, and then they have these time away, and then they realize they can't live without each other, and then they get back together in the end. Chick flick 101, right? Now, that would be a basic bitch chick flick. But somehow in the chick flick, if they end up tied up in a basement, right, and like some guy's like fucking a pig, and the pig's got AIDS, and then like he's like selling bacon in town with AIDS bacon, I'd be like, yo, this is a unique chick flick. I don't like it. This is a disturbing movie, but it's a unique chick flick. So there's basic bitch chick flicks, and there's unique chick flicks. I'm not always saying either. A unique cigar is always better. But when you make a new cigar and you've been around for 20 years, I want a new fucking cigar. I want a new cigar. Zero sweetness on this thing. It is a basic classic Habano. Nothing wrong with that. Rocky Patel is here. He's like, he figured it out. It's just a basic bitch. It's a basic bitch. You need to watch some chick flicks. It'll help you understand the woman's psyche. That they believe they know the whole world is for them. Do you know why there's no dude flicks? There's chick flicks. Why? Because chick flicks can actually watch an unrealistic movie like a chick flick and be like, oh my God, look what happened. This guy did everything for this woman, and she slept with him, but she was married, or she was going to get married, or she wasn't divorced yet, and then she got cold feet. Like Runaway Bride. Runaway Bride, you spend all this money on a wedding, you're going to marry a broad, oh, and she runs away. You're like, oh no, she keeps running away. It's a fucking runaway bitch. What a terrible person. Chick flick movies, these women are fucking terrible, but they make like funny music. So, or you have, what's that girl? What's that movie from the 80s when she's having an orgasm in the deli? I'll have what she's having. Now flip it around. Oh, it's Meg Ryan. So Meg Ryan's having an orgasm in a deli. Ah, ah. And then the old lady's like, I'll have what she's having. Flip that shit around. Instead of a chick flick, make it a dude flick. And imagine fucking like Hulk Hogan in a deli in fucking Brooklyn, and he's sitting there and he's having his pastrami sandwich, and Hulk Hogan's like, "Man, this shit is good." And like, "Can I get you anything else, Hulkster?" And he's like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh yeah, oh, Hulkster's gonna blow his load. Oh yeah, oh." Fucking the SWAT team's there. They're like, "Sir, stop edging, sir, don't jizz, sir, don't do it, sir, we're warning you. Give him a warning shot." We can't have him jizzing in Brooklyn. Chop. Fucking, Hulkster's gonna blow his load. Let me tell you something, brother. Yeah. So the chick flick, come on. That's the difference. You can't have a dude flick. Guys can have action movies, sure, but not a dude flick. Yeah, chick flicks are just like grown up Disney films for women, like some rich man's just gonna come and save the day for her and fix all of her problems and accept all of her kids or whatever it is. Like coming this summer from Warner Brothers. No, there is no dude flicks. That's a mom movie. Dude flicks out. Yeah, so take a chick flick. This is how you make a dude flick. Take any chick flick and replace the female character with a man, and now it's really disturbing because men can't get away with that same shit. You know what I'm saying? Though, can't. We can't. Okay, Mrs. Doubtfire, right? Miss Doubtfire, a guy. Now that's not a chick flick in a sense, right? But a guy loses his kids custody, right? And so he dresses up as a woman to be the nanny for the kids just because he misses his kids. Now I'm not mad at the hustle. He wants to be in the kid's life. But flipping around, imagine in the dude flick, The woman loses custody to her children, and so she dresses up as a man to be the gardener or the piano teacher for the kid. She wouldn't lose the custody because she gets the child support. You can't flip around. Mrs. Doubtfire, there couldn't be Mr. Doubtfire, where a girl's like, oh no, I lost custody of my children and the child support. I need to dress up as a man so I could be a gardener at the rich man's house and so I could be around my kids. He said, bro, Godfather's totally a dude flick. Strong father, inherited son. It's a mob movie. It's not a dude flick. You're missing the point. See, PG, I understand what you're saying, but you've never watched chick flicks. Go watch a chick flick. For example, go watch that Notting Hill. It's on Netflix. It's a complete chick flick. It's so unrealistic. It's so stupid. And the women in the movies are always so shallow. And the guys are always like, just like, I love her. You complete me. I love her so much. I can't live without her. And the girl always like, whatever. They break up. She's like, whatever. And then she's like, you know what? I don't have any other options. And my biological clock is ticking. I should just settle down with the beta male that will provide. And once I lock him in, then I can fuck all the alpha guys on the side in a club parking lot. And if he finds out, I get the kids in child support. Chick flick. I disagree, but that's okay. I respect your First Amendment, but I disagree 100%. PG is crushing it tonight. PG is just crushing these haters. Well, I'm back with this basic bitch Habano. It's strong for Habano, though. I'll give it that. A lot of dark black. The black pepper got like richer. So I guess the more that Lajero is kicking in. So like rich dark black pepper was quite spicy. Kind of a nice coffee note, like a dark coffee note. Some earth. Um, a twanginess, like a twangy breadiness a little bit. Um, but no sweetness. So it's a classical, semi-strong Habano. I can respect that. And obviously, this is the smallest, skinniest gauge, so this would be the strongest version. My issue with this is it's just not a special cigar, and you call it LB1, where this should have just been called Rocky Patel Habano. Or Rocky Patel Habano Nights. Rocky Patel Ode to Habano. Rocky Patel, my father's Habano. Yeah, okay, yes. Okay, yeah. That would be a dude flick. But do you see how disturbing that would be, though? Okay, but do you see how disturbing that be? CG says, what if these dudes beat up all these other guys, and they were the toughest guys in the world, and they were wearing suits, and after they beat up the dudes, then they get all the chocha. Yeah, that'd be a dude flick. But can you imagine how disturbing that is? You know what I'm saying, though? Imagine that. Imagine that. Imagine like some rich woman is driving her yacht in Miami, and there's just like three single guys on the boat in like speedos with their six packs, and they're like, "Dude, flick, yeah, we're getting chocha." It would seem a little suspect and just bizarre. Chick flicks work because women live in an unrealistic world. Men live in realism. Like there, okay, for example, and this has happened many times. Now it's harder because of cameras. For example, a woman gets pulled over. Maybe she was speeding. Maybe she's buzzed. And she's like, officer, maybe there's something I could do for you, right? There's always that story of the college professor and the girl's like, oh, I'm failing my grade. Maybe, professor, you could give me some extra credit. You always hear these things, and these things happen, right? Police officer getting a blowjob, and the woman gets out of a ticket. Now flip it around. Flip it around. Richie speeding home. Highway to the danger zone. Blowing through red lights. Fuck you, red light. I don't give a shit. Fuck that red light. This is satire. Fuck you, red light. Then fucking Richie gets pulled over by like a whole SWAT team of like women in lingerie. Sir, get out of your vehicle with your cock out. And I'm like, oh, it's a dude flick. And the girl's like, I want him first. I want him first. I want to be second. Oh, the girl's like, yeah, Richie, give us that cock. Dude flick. That would be the equivalent to a chick flick. How did you guys meet? Well, she pulled me over. I had 4 kilos of cocaine in the trunk, and I was speeding 95 miles an hour. I had no insurance. The car wasn't registered, and the tires weren't even rotated. Dude flick. Yeah, dude flick. Coming this summer, a dude flick you'll never forget. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. The guy would just get shot on sight. Show us your head. Chop, 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 chop. You see how it doesn't work? It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't work, bro. It doesn't work. Dude flick. Dude flicks don't work, bro. Dude flicks don't work. Yeah. I can't feel my hand. It's kind of cold out. It's kind of cold out. He said, Boogie Nights. Sir, when's the last time you had your tires rotated? So you're 1,000 miles over your oil change. Well, sir, maybe there's something we could work out. Sir, are you suggesting 451? That's what we gotta do. What's distinct about the LB1? It's a little stronger than normal than for Habano, but remember, I'm smoking it in a skinny gauge. This is Corona. It's not bad quality at all, okay? But it's bad misrepresentation, and that's why I have a problem with this. You call it LB1. It's not special. It's just not special. It feels like a lot of other people's regular Habano cigar. And I don't dislike regular Habanos, but just call it Rocky Patel Habano. What the fuck, LB1? Oh, it was the name of, I don't give a shit. Don't give me a nice, it's a long story and you look at the website. LB1 was the name of the lot. The cigars were LB1. It's a fucking regular classic Habano. That's a little stronger than normal. So am I mad about it? No. No. But it's Rocky Patel Habano. So that's the issue with it. So there's no reason to get this cigar because you could go smoke anyone's Habano cigar, basic bitch. For example, let me give you a great lineup that's affordable, that none of them are basic bitch. The Macanudo Inspirado. Go smoke every single Macanudo Inspirado, and you will understand what I mean of not being basic bitch. Start with the Macanudo Inspirado White. Yeah, it's a Connecticut. It's not a basic bitch Connecticut. It's quite sweet, and it has quite a lot of strength and a lot of spice for a Connecticut shade cigar. It's kind of intriguing, and it's affordable, and so that's a unique Fort Connecticut. So it's not a basic bitch Connecticut. Then you get the Inspirado Black. It's not a basic bitch Maduro. It's a nice complex dark cigar. The Inspirado Black is a great cigar. Inspirado Green it has some Brazilian tobacco in there, but it's not all Brazilian. And it's a really unique kind of a funky sour cigar, but it's not a basic bitch cigar. Then you have the orange, which is mostly Habano, but I'm sorry, mostly Honduran, but it's not a basic bitch Honduran. It's a nice flavor on it. The red's my least favorite, but the red is the most potent though. So you understand what I'm trying to say? Yeah, the Inspirato Green is funky. It's a strange cigar, but I like the uniqueness in it. I've smoked a lot of the Inspirato Green. Yeah, basic bitch PG. I literally can't feel this finger. I don't feel like wearing gloves in March. Damn it. Damn it. Well, we're getting to the second half of the cigar. I will say this, that I guess it's smoking slow for a Corona. So it was fully packed with a good amount of Lajero tobacco in there. I'm not mad at the cigar itself. It's a quality made cigar. I'm mad at the misrepresentation and that 20 years into Rocky Patel, he's making a basic bitch Habano and calling it some unique name. That's all I'm saying. Come on. Come on. This is just an Habano. It's a basic bitch Habano, I bet. You want to see a unique Habano? The Cohiba Macassar. The Cohiba Macassar is a hybrid blend Connecticut Habano, and that whole blend is unique. It has really interesting nuances. You want a unique Habano? Smoke the Cohiba Macassar, okay? Go get them online, get them a lot better price. You can get them for like under $10. And that's a luxury cigar, and you might get them for like $7 a stick. You're right. It could be worse. Fucking PG fucking defending Rocky Patel. PG defending RP. You know what I'm saying? No, two letters defending. Oh, this band's got more glue. Holy shit. Please. All right. Nice band. Let me get to my news. Justin Trudeau spent about $500,000 Canadian taxpayers' money to promote his son's rap album. I didn't care about this story, but I want to bring it to your attention that this Canadian syrup eating motherfucker, he made a rap album. I'm going to listen to it. I hope it's good. Justin Trudeau's son making rap albums. What is he going to rap about? Taking away Canadians' bolt action hunting rifles and raising the tax on maple syrup? Don't be hating. You better cheer up. I'm about to raise the taxes on your syrup, right? About to get in traction. I just banned all your bolt action. Canada, we're fucking commies. Canada, we're fucking commies. Canada, we're fucking commies. It's cold. But we made Drake. You sounded right now. What's next? RFK. Should I do the RFK voice? I shouldn't make fun of that, but um, um, let me tell you, we're going to take out the high fructose corn syrup out of. This is terrible. I should make fun of a disabled person. That's fucking. You know what? I apologize for that. That was a low blow for Rich. This Rocky Patel's making me offensive tonight. I can't edit that out, so I apologize, bro. But it's how can I? Whatever. Look, I said brother when I was making fun of Hulk Hogan. So, anyways, he's trying to get rid of the high fructose corn syrup, which good, you know what I'm saying though, and bring back traditional sugar. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, thank you, PG. I appreciate that, PG. You know, the great thing about PG is that he's got a huge cock and balls, and Gio, you know, Gio says he's got the best hair in the lounge, but he's not really he's not really the best hair in the lounge. I can tell you that much. And Sago's a good dude. Sago's good people. Sago's a good dude. Sago, he likes he makes bread, and homemade bread is a good homemade bread is a good thing. And we got two fans watching Richie. He's on like 10 watch list, but he doesn't do anything illegal. He kind of minds his own business. He uses the First Amendment freedom of speech a lot, but it's not illegal yet. And so no, Caleb, Richie can't do Aunt Jemima next. That is making fun of a weird speech disability. Disability is strange, but making fun of a large African American woman who pours pancake syrup. It's that's a this is a basic bitch about. Oh, you know what I'm saying? I've had better cigars than this, and well, fuck Gio. I mean, Gio's a fuck. Gio's a fuck. I'm just saying, darkness. It got stronger. It's almost full strength right there. Full strength, and I feel terrible making fun of this man, but I'm not really making fun of him. I'm just. It'd be like the same thing if I was, doing an Arnold voice. So you become famous enough for imitation is a form of flattery, and rest in peace, Big Firm. I can't. A Danish 17-year-old girl, she was prosecuted for carrying pepper spray, where she sprayed her R words. A bunch of guys tried to R word a 17-year-old innocent Danish girl, and she sprayed them with pepper spray, so she didn't get. I'll just say the word. An innocent 17-year-old girl used pepper spray. She used pepper spray so she wouldn't get raped, and they charged her with carrying pepper spray because she used it to stop getting raped. This is the world we're living in. Yo. Terrible. Here's proof right here. How could you have a helicopter hovering over this flag? Over this flag, we have a helicopter hovering over a flag. If the Earth was spinning, how does the helicopter not attached to the Earth? Is in the air. How the fuck? Okay, if we're spinning, if there's movement, you understand that? Like if you were on a conveyor belt, the conveyor belt moves you. But if you were hovering over a conveyor belt, it would keep going because you're not on it. So if we're spinning at, what is it, 66,000 miles per hour? Why can't the helicopter just hover and the Earth moves? Because we're not spinning. We're not spinning. Okay, let's say we're spinning east to west. So if I start running, if the world is spinning east to west, for example, if I turn around and try to run west to east, I should be flying. I should be flying. Holy shit, I can't even walk that way. The world is spinning so fast. How would you walk the other way around? The turbulence. We're not moving. The only time it's moving when you're clapping cheeks. Next. Look at this. A man flips up 3 tables at a world poker event. I have never seen this in my lifetime. Apparently, he got mad when he got beat by an old lady. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? How do they know? I guess they have the cameras and the chip count. You know what I'm saying, though? Because this wasn't the very end. This was like in the beginning of the tournament. Can you imagine losing in a poker tournament and you flip? People got thousands of dollars in chips on the table. And there was a brawl, too. Bro, Something tells me that he's going to be bad. I don't think he's going to be invited back. You're not allowed to come back. And that's that. And that's that. Next, we have in a certain community, Glory Hole Mystery Soup Cookbook Club. I didn't look this up, but this is what Instagram and TikTok wants to show me. You could go to these clubs now and go to a hole in a box, and somebody sticks out a spoon, and you have to try to guess what kind of soup it is. Glory Hole Soup Club, coming to a town near you. Now, I'm not sure where they got this idea from. I don't know if it came from a chick flick or the part in the Bible where they warned against Sodom and Gomorrah. So, anyways, I will not be partaking in Glory Hole Soup Club. It doesn't sound sanitary because even if they replace the spoon, you're getting saliva on this. Now, I wouldn't be against a Glory Hole cigar club as long as it was the same cigar and as long as somebody. No, we can have a device just holding it. You can't see the cigar, you're just puffing on it. But you know what's better than that and not 451? How about you just smoke a cigar with a blindfold on? I think that would be pretty cool. I think smoking a cigar with a blindfold would be pretty cool. Although I cannot review a cigar in my car blindfolded. People will be walking by, somebody's going to call the police, and I'm going to have to explain why I'm covered in ash. I got to give these guys points, though, for originality, though. Listen, Trump wants to make America great again. These guys want to make soup exciting again. That is some sexual soup. I got to give it to them. The Glory Hole Mystery Soup Cookbook. Glory Hole Soup Cookbook. PG's on fire. A man had to go surgery after a 25-inch eel he inserted into his body started chewing his intestines. I'll say that again. A man had to get surgery after a 2-foot eel was put up his ass, and then the eel started eating his intestines. FDNY, what's up, buddy? If it was up to me, I would just let the guy go. Because you know how disturbing this is? The surgeons had to open him up and get he put an eel up his ass, a 2-foot eel. Well, it didn't just start with this. The 2 feet of eel, and that eel's got to go in 1 inch at a time. How do you get an eel up your ass? First off, where are you buying a 2-foot eel? Who's putting an eel up your ass? And what's more crazy is, how come he wasn't wearing a jimmy? If he would have put a jimmy over the eel, I don't think he would have been able to bite him. Well, anyways, though, this guy put a 25-inch eel up his asshole, and then it kept on going and started eating his intestines. Ooh, feel the eel. This eel is too real. Bro, by the time you get to the hospital, right? How much intestines did you lose? You know how, dude, this thing's eating. He's like, oh, this is feeling good. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I don't like that. Oh my good, I'm getting hungry. Well, this thing's eating my colon. Oh my God, it's eating my stomach. Somebody call 911. What's your emergency? Yes, my roommate. My roommate stuck a 2 feet, sir. Sir, there's 24 inches in 2 feet, sir. Was it 2 feet or it was 25 inches, cock, sir? My friend put a 25-inch eel up his butthole, and it's eating his intestines. It's eating his intestines. is eating his intestines. What should we do? You got a 38? You got a 38? Yo, bro. Sodom and Gomorrah, baby. Uncle Larry. What's up, bro? That's Sodom and Gomorrah, baby. Uncle Larry, you missed a good episode, man. You'll have to rewatch this. We had some funny conversations tonight. We had some funny conversations. We talked about chick flicks, dude flicks. You have to go back and rewatch this. It's only 50 minutes in. This is going to be about an hour episode. This was a funny. PG was on fire tonight. Appreciate PG. Next, I don't know what they're doing in wrestling, but they were bouncing this guy's head into this guy's balls. And all I know is this is not how wrestling's supposed to go. First off, he's humping him and he's breaking his arms and neck and he's smashing this. I watched the video and he's like smashing the guy's head into this guy's balls. This is not wrestling. This is sexual assault. There was the WWF. This is the P. Diddy F. I don't know what the fuck this is. This isn't WWF. This is P. Diddy F. I don't like it. This is disturbing wrestling. This guy, the guy on top, he's way too happy to smash another man's head into another guy's crotch. PG, we know where Gio is in this picture, PG. We're not gonna say it. Don't say it. But we know where Gio's in this picture. We know where Gio is. What do we got next? We got dudes at Walmart smelling back chocha. Now, I don't know why this was on TikTok, but it was. People making videos of smelling, I'm sure it's not fresh, smelling back chocha. Uncle Larry proving he was lurking for a while. Yeah. Don't say it. Yeah, guys. Can you imagine? Oof. Oof. Ooh, that smell. That smell is all around you. Oof. Oh, God, come on. If a woman's acting like this at Walmart, it ain't fresh. Oof. Listen, when I was a kid, this didn't happen in Walmart. Our society has collapsed. We're in the end times, the rear end times. We are in the end times. The book of Revelation is the last book. This is the end times. God, would you give us a sign when society has collapsed? Yeah. We got guys. We'll go back. We'll go back. We got dudes sticking 2-foot eels up their asshole and eating their intestines. We got dudes eating glory hole soup books, mystery soup cookbook, glory hole, guys eating soup through a glory hole. What else we got? I mean, society has collapsed. Guys can't even play poker. What else we got? Oh, do you remember when this happened? Remember this part of our history a few years ago? Do you remember this? Remember this? Remember when it was so scary? Pepperidge Farms remembers. Now, this would be funny, but it's not because it's a real advertisement. I don't know why I'm getting these advertisements, but I don't have AIDS and I'm not 451. But guys, just in case if you are, why don't you call this hotline and you can get free HIV testing, free comprehensive testing, affordable for everyone, and it's empowered together with PrEP. Because with PrEP, you could prepare yourself to get AIDS. Yeah. I don't like this. I don't, TikTok. Everyone's got AIDS. Next at 10. AIDS. Also, guys, remember that the great prophet Moses warned the entire world not to sacrifice children to Moloch. This came from ancient Babylonian times, where the pagans of the Babylonians, and going before them, you'd have the Assyrians, and even before them, you'd have another. There were people that would sacrifice uh, children to get favor with basically Satan, because Moloch is just another name for Balaam and Satan. The point is, though, whatever, whatever, I don't care what background you're from, don't worship Moloch. You could be an atheist, you could be Christian, Muslim, Jewish. Stay with God. Do not turn your back on God, and do not worship Moloch. Moloch worship is real. In modern times, though, they rename Moloch worship into Planned Parenthood. And the initials for Planned Parenthood is PP. And everything they do at Planned Parenthood is because you forgot to put a condom over your PP. If you wore a Jimmy, right? What I'm trying to say is, PG, even if people don't believe in God, right, there's still the concept of good and evil, right? So you don't need to believe in God to understand doing this is evil. Um, so and there is, you know, in any group, at any place in time, even right now. For example, we have internal affairs in the police department. Why? Because there are some bad cops, and they have to try to weed them out. So in every society, there will be. Listen, I don't listen. With all respect to everyone here watching, now and later, whatever you believe in is your business. But we all could agree on the sanctity of life and that children are sacred. That's non negotiable. That children are innocent. So sacrificing children to Moloch is probably the most evil thing you could do. It's, he's trying to, we're not talking about getting chocha here. He's trying to get internal, if you know what I'm saying. No, trying to get my external into. We're not talking about chocha, though. That does sound funny, though. So remember, yeah, don't do it. Don't do it. Richie's driving home and he passes like the International House of Moloch worship. What are you guys doing in there? We're eating soup. Preparation H. Preparation H. I'll leave it at that. This is a real commercial. How will you know that society's collapsed? Well, when I was a kid, when they had commercials for medicine, they'd have a guy holding the medicine. That's right, folks. With Preparation H, my asshole feels normal again. And so could yours. Preparation H. Now, with over the counter at your local pharmacy. Now let's look at the current. This is a real Preparation H commercial. Here's the commercial. Look, there's something wrong with my back chocha, and I'm bending over. You could assume why I'm bending over, because now you're looking at my asshole. Preparation H. You're looking at my asshole, and now you know my asshole's got hemorrhoids. Preparation H, because you looked at my hemorrhoids. I mean, this is a commercial. We've collapsed as a society. We've collapsed. We've collapsed. Good thing they're not showing plunger commercials. Is your toilet bowl clogged? They're just showing a huge shit in the toilet bowl. Oh my God, there's shit everywhere. Well, just get a plunger and start squishing the shit. So the plungers now at Home Depot. You need a plunger commercial? Toilet paper. Hey, did you take a shit? Yes. How did you know? Oh, you got shit stains everywhere. You should probably try toilet paper. Now it's your local grocery store. What's toilet paper for? Well, I'm glad you asked. You see, when you shit, there's shit between your cheeks. And you use the toilet paper after you shit to wipe. Oh, should I wipe in between shits though? Because sometimes I have like 2 or 3 shits. Well, you can wait to the end if you're trying to conserve toilet paper. But if it's a really messy one, you might want to help yourself out. It depends. Wow. Thanks for telling me. Preparation H, right? And there's no shame in needing it. Yeah, there's no shame in needing it. Preparation H. Well, that, that's pretty much the episode I'm trying to say. I want to thank PG, Uncle Larry, Caleb, Jimmy coming down to the show tonight. The cigars that I get, like a 4.4, 4.4. It's not a bad cigar, but it kind of got me angry. It's bad advertisement. Yeah, it's a basic bitch Habano, and it's a basic bitch Habano. That's all it was. Nothing wrong with it, but false advertising. I don't like false advertising. It was a basic bitch. It was a basic bitch about it. I don't know how else to say it. I'll say it again. It was I'll be honest, PG. It probably was a 4.5, but because it was such a basic bitch Habano, and they didn't call it a Rocky Patel Habano, and they called it LB1, like Obi-Wan Kenobi. And I wasn't a big fan of Star Wars. Not realistic. We can't get out of the dome. We're stuck here on this earth. We lied about going to the moon and also JFK, and so it got dock points. I'll be honest, it's a 4.4 because of the lying. We exposed the lie that it was a basic picture of Anno. It's 2025. If you lie in the advertising, it's going to cost you a point, and that's that. I won't ever buy this cigar again. I won't really recommend it. I'm not saying it's like a terrible cigar, but what's the fucking point? What's the fucking point of this cigar? And I like RFK. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm doing this. He's famous now. Well, if we were talking about JFK, ask not what your basic bitch Habano can do for you, but ask what Rocky Patel could do for your country. For it is not a basic bitch Habano night. What are we gonna do? Martin Luther King? Can I do that? Well, respect, I could do it. You know what I'm saying? No. I had a dream that one day basic bitch Habanos will be labeled as Habano. One day that my cigar will be named after what it is, not what it's not. I had a dream that Habano cigars would just be labeled as Habanos because it was a basic bitch Habano. And not by the content it is, but the character of the smoke. Don't name a basic bitch Habano LB1. That's all I got to say about that. Basic bitch. We're done with it. We're done with it. It's cold. We're done. You guys stay fresh. Not a bad cigar, but a basic bitch Habano 4.4. It just bothered me that I've had this cigar hundreds of times. It's a basic bitch Habano. It should have just been called Rocky Patel Habano, and I would have been mad. I would have known exactly what their intent was. You know what I'm saying, though? There was nothing exciting about the cigar, really nothing unique about it, except that they lied about the name LB1, a really unique cigar. Oh, it's a basic bitch Habano. No, it's special. It's a special Rocky Patel. It's a really special cigar. It doesn't feel so special. It really doesn't feel so special. You're hurting my choja. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Stay fresh. Uncle Larry, PG, everyone here. God bless. Jimmy, Caleb, good night, everyone. Take care of yourself. Stay fresh. Use quality soaps. Eat prunes every day. Watch your chocha. Sacco coming in with the biggest flex of all time. Sacco, I'm literally hanging up the line. Sacco, I am ending the episode. You missed a great episode, Sacco. PG really stepped up. And Uncle Larry came in, with some funny jokes at the end. And Sacco, literally, Sacco, I was about to hang up. Sorry, Sacco, you're going to have to wait till tomorrow. That's that. Richie's cold. I got feelings. And good night, everyone. Sacco, I'm sorry. Stay fresh. You missed a funny episode, Sacco. This was a funny episode, really. I would rewatch it if I was you, especially the chick flick part. That chick flick part was funny. PG, solid. Fuck Gio. See you around.